like you to hit the like button at the beginning, because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you, so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title was so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
Let's welcome our host, Erica Wilson.
Great day, everyone. We're here live today with the girl, Erica Wilson, and it had to happen. Listen, what today? Oh, Tuesday. Oh my God. The days are just rolling around, right? Tonight's topic is I Am My Mother's Keeper, Part 2. However, we have her back in the building. We did lose her for a little bit, but let me tell you a little bit about my guest. Her name is Miss Tatianna George, and this is the return of Tatianna. Okay, here it is. As children, we often hear that this phrase from our parents, and it's powerful. It's a powerful reminder of our responsibility towards them. Right? They raised us. Okay, and they're supposed to nurture us, right, and shape us into the people we are today. However, Tatianna's mom has been doing a 17-year prison bid. Not sure how long she have been in, but let her tell you all about her. Let me introduce to some and present to others the beautiful Tatianna George. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I'm hanging in there.
You hanging in there? Just
Yeah.
beautiful as ever, I tell you.
Thank you.
We have Miss Tatianna here with us on tonight, guys. As you know, last time that we actually had that old disrespectful storm, right? And Tatianna was trying to get to somewhere safe, so she couldn't come on. However, she did come back on tonight to let you guys know about the return of Tatianna George. So, Tatianna, can you tell the audience a little bit about who is Tatianna?
Okay, so Tatianna is a 25-year-old girl located in Temple, born and raised in Temple, Florida, who is an advocate for her mom, who's serving a 17-year sentence. She's done did a 14-year bid. I am an entrepreneur. I am an author. I have started a nonprofit organization, so I guess I'm like a motivational speaker now. I ain't gonna say I guess I am a motivational speaker. I'm a student. Yeah, that's pretty much me.
Okay, so tell us all about this nonprofit you got going on. And you say, we talked a little bit about, your mom and what was going on with her last show, right? But, we definitely want to find out what's going on with you, because for you to be able to do what you do for your mom, that says a whole lot, about who you are as a person. So we know that you started this nonprofit. Tell us a little bit about the nonprofit.
I'm quick though. So I started a nonprofit organization called Daisy Dot House to mentor youth who have parents incarcerated. But recently, I just went viral again on Instagram and I've gained ton of followers based off the same video that I posted on TikTok. And the community of Instagram has been so amazing and understanding and so supportive. One girl I seen, we have similar stories. So we DM'd each other and was like, we should start a support group for girls or just people in general. Ladies too. But in general for use people who have been impacted by their mother, brother, sister incarceration. So it's called Two Strengths Creating Bonds. And basically it's two girls who connected off social media, created a bond based off of their situation. And we just want to empower and support other people that's going through the same thing that we are and doing.
You know what? That is so amazing. I love that you went viral again, girl. You doing the darn thing. I told you. Oh my God, I'm just so proud of you.
I'm trying to stay positive in the midst of it.
I
In
do
the midst of it
understand.
all.
But when you're doing anytime that you're doing something good, the enemy has to try to rear his little ugly head. So don't get discouraged. It can get discouraging. It can get hard sometimes, and life start life. And however, you have to understand, like, you came this far. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. And you're doing such an amazing job because you started this nonprofit. You're still going to check on mom and try to keep mom uplifted all at the same. It's cool, you have so many.
Well, I just graduated, so.
Congratulations, girl. I know
Thank
that's right.
you.
Yay. All right. I love it. So what are you
I'm
doing now,
trying.
Tatiana?
Well, right now in my externship, I'm in dermatology, so I'm like a dermatology medical assistant, and then I do hair, and I've been honestly been trying to rebuild my relationship back with God. Thank
Mm,
you. Simply because sometimes situations and traumas in life will steer you away from Him, and I realize that all my encounters have been repetitive, so something got to be within. And I
mm.
noticed that I attract the same type of people, whether it's friends, family, relations. So I'm just working on myself because I'm tired of getting the short end of the stick. So that's one thing I have been truly focusing on, rebranding myself into the woman that God is calling me to be. So
Absolutely. I love the fact that you say that you're getting back to know God, but I'm going to shed some light for you real. Oh, that's good. My girl say that's good. And that's so funny, Tati, because I met Shani off of social media. We honored her at the event that I was going to bring you to. And then not only that, her and I are doing our Monday night shows now. So, the connections are real. God is doing a great thing in this season. However, I want to kind of shed some light on what you just said. You said you're attracting the same people and you're thinking that it's something within, and it could be, right? It
it
could be.
is.
However, if you have a healing spirit, you're going to attract broken people. Come on, let me say that again.
Come on.
If you have a
Come on.
healing spirit, you're going to attract broken people. And what that
Mm.
means is, don't mean that you're broken. Maybe you once were broken, and it's going to, that the broken pieces is going to become connected together, and you're going to begin to heal yourself. So it's not that you could break away from it, because the thing is, yes, do get to know God, Tati. Definitely do that. But however, if that spirit that God have on you is a healing spirit, that's exactly who you're going to attract. Now, ask God to, how do I handle this, God? How do I not carry this, God? Give me the strength to carry and deal with it. Do that make sense?
Yes, it does, but I'm gonna piggyback on what you're saying
Come
because
on.
I'm a firm believer of hurt people,
Oh, yeah.
and I feel like I feel like trauma. So trauma bonding is real.
Yeah.
So I feel like everybody I've encountered, they've had trauma, I've had trauma. So I feel like we trauma bonded. Yes, I feel like I have a healing spirit, but it becomes drainful when what I'm saying, when you the it, I ain't saying God don't want this load off me, but I'm just saying at this time in life I need to heal me. I can't continue to heal everybody and I'm broken. I can't do it.
And you're at, oh, I just had this conversation with them. It's so true. It is so true. But the thing is, you're saying that God is, you're having trauma after trauma after trauma, right?
But it's
Two or three.
repetitive. It's just the same people with different faces. So that's how I know it got to be something within, simply because I have this, I'm attracting these same type of people with these
I
same
just
sort of
told you.
problems.
I just told you. I'm telling you, if you have a healing spirit, that is what, think about it. Think about it. If God, and see, God is drawing you. See, this is why he's getting your attention now, because he's drawing you to him. God says, you draw nigh to me, I draw nigh unto you. Right? So these situations, these it's that keep transpiring in your life, guess what? If you didn't have the it's, you couldn't get to the purpose, because you have to be able to have something to birth that purpose that's within you. Yes, I'm saying, don't get me wrong. I'm continue your walk of healing. I'm just telling you that now. Continue your walk of healing. But the thing about it is, if, and hear me good when I say this, if you don't get some help and heal the person, which is yourself, later on, it could seem okay, but then that trigger, some type of trigger, come back up later on, and then boom,
And you ain't healed.
again.
Yeah, I just recently endured it.
See,
When you think you over something until somebody do it to you again,
yeah.
you'll find yourself in the same situation. I don't want to shed no light on nobody because I'm already in heat already. They mad, but um, I'm just saying is like I just sometimes I just wish, I'm gonna revert back to me. I wish that I had that motherly love, that motherly guidance. Not saying that my grandma didn't love me, but motherly to have a companion. I mean, your parent could be your companion too, but to just have that support, that somebody in your corner when your day going wrong, you know who you can call on, who, if you need advice or something, you know, you can go to them like without being any judgment. Not saying that my mama not like that, but it's just like she a tough cookie. And it's just like chin up, chest out. What you crying for? What you know what I'm saying? What you going through this for? I'm behind. It's only so much she can do behind bars. But just that old daughter, like, you know, these are the type of people you don't need to be around. You know what I'm saying? You done been on this road, but it's just like, it's just a lot when you don't have that motherly love. Can't nobody tell me, like, and people be trying to tell me how to feel. Your mama's
Mm-mm.
still alive. You look forward to her coming home, and all this. Not like, yes, that's joyful, but the moment not here. I'm still living this lifestyle now in this moment. Yeah, I know a couple months or a year from now she'll be home. Or 9 months from now she'll be home, but she's not here yet. So I'm still gonna feel it. And I probably will still feel it when she comes.
Yeah.
Because she have to learn to adapt to society. She have to learn how to be a mother again. You know what I'm saying? A physical parent. But
Yeah.
not like, so I don't know.
Well,
I'm
the
better than I was
thing
last time. I can
is,
say that spiritually with God. But
I be seeing you,
mentally,
girl. I be seeing you.
I be trying like
Yeah.
I'm at a constant battle, but I just know it ain't the end. I just know like whatever I've been praying to him about, he just been removing and it hurts. But it's for my greater good.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And don't really get down on people when they try to. It's not that they're trying to tell you; they're trying to make it better for you. But this is why you have to have healthy conversations and let them know, like,
I don't
look,
know what that look like.
oh baby,
I don't know
okay,
what that look like. Because
we're
every
gonna
time
have
I'm having a conversation, it's like
jeez.
my feelings and emotions get pulled back for one, and then it's like, oh, I'm a manipulator, I'm a gaslighter, I'm this person, I'm that person. But I like to vocalize and tell people previously because I've been in a bad relationship before, and I know how bad communication could in a relationship. So I try to tell people how they make me feel, but it's like people just brush how I feel to the side and want me to validate their feelings.
Let me ask you this: when you're having these conversations, do you go in and you say, "This is how I feel," or do you point the blame? Because
No,
I'm working on that right now too, Tati. Because
No, I don't point. I wouldn't say point the blame. I
uh,
would say, I guess, I was learning about this other lady named Brittany, or whatever. She said when you telling somebody a feeling, you need to tell them how you feel. So I
right,
guess it doesn't be a feeling. It's like an adjust. What she said, like an adjective. You telling them. So I say you made me feel hurt or angry because you did this. and they'll cut me off mid-sentence
You know
and
why?
elaborate.
I'm gonna tell you. You said you made me feel. I'm telling you, it's hard.
Instead of saying I feel.
I feel that's the thing. It's
Mm,
hard. I'm gonna start sending you my devotionals in the morning because that's what
okay.
I'm actually working on right now. Because a lot of times when we're thinking that we're having these healthy conversations, where I'm a type of person, and I don't know if this is you too. When you deal with trauma, you don't want people to talk at you. You want people to talk with you, right?
No,
So if
too.
someone come to me and say you need to do this or you need to do that, they lost me.
Mm.
I
They
don't hear
lost you at the you need because I don't need to do nothing.
right. You see what I'm saying? See,
Right,
and that's
right.
the
And
thing.
that's a thing called defense mechanism. You have your defense up because like
Yep,
what you got. So that's
yep.
I have a real bad defense mechanism too. I do. And then I just got I think I do victim blame. I do
Mhm.
that as well. I feel like and it was another sermon I was watching today at work, and I was just listening to it. It said help you. Some people got something called the help syndrome. When we go help other people, we feel the need to help other people because oh my phone is down. We tend to help other people simply because we distracting ourselves from our own battles.
Yeah. We
And
don't want people to
so
feel the hurt that we feel.
that's true. That's true. But I'm sorry y'all, but I don't got shit on. So I don't know. I never knew how that felt,
Yeah.
but it's not a good feeling, especially when you know you're a good person and you done did right by people, genuinely done right by people, and they just shit on you. I mean, do bad to you. It's not a good feeling.
And the thing is, Tati, it's because you know what you would do. And you know how good of a person you are. But I also want to shed light too, because the person is not actually attacking you, they're attacking what's on you. Anytime the enemy see you trying to do good, it try to throw you off by sending that distraction. And see, a lot of times too, the ships that we get entangled in, thank you, Holy
Mhm.
Spirit. Some of the ships that we get entangled in, whether it's relationship, friendship, whatever ship it is, what happens is we should be asking God, is this my assignment or this is my somebody I'm supposed to be dating? Because God can actually send you have an assignment and you have an attachment, right?
And that's the problem. That's now that it that's why I cannot. This group is gonna be wonderful.
Yes.
Attachment and detachment. That is a
Yes.
topic that need to be had. Women like me that haven't had no parent, no fatherly love, no proper motherly love, gravitate and try to fulfill voids through relationships
Hmm.
and relations through other people that can be a mother figure, a daddy figure, father figure in a way. So we get attached to these people.
Right.
And then they just all of a sudden don't want to deal with you no more and just want to move along with you. The detachment from that person is what hurts the most simply
Right.
because you was accustomed to this temporary happiness,
Hmm.
this person had a temporary hold on you, and as soon as they left, you detach. That's why I say I've been listening to a lot of sermons, and I definitely listen to Pastor Darius Daniels, and
Yes.
I was listening to his sermon called "Don't Let Hold On." So okay, a letter to my enemies. That's what it's
Oh,
called. The series
I
is
need
called
to
Letter
go.
to My Enemies. And for series point one, it said, God do not play about me. With Jesus, your life will get better. He don't. And we don't oftentimes, he said, don't lean on your understanding, lean on God's understanding.
That's
So
right.
that's our problem. That's been my problem. My
Okay.
problem is not truly trusting God. I like control. When my finances go wrong, I no longer have control over my finances, I lose it.
Mm,
When I no longer could be able to buy me food or clothe me or do whatever, pay for rent or whatever I need to do for self, it no longer serves me. Like, I get frustrated with God, I get into depressed mode because guess what? I do not have control. And so once you don't have control over certain things, people get sad, they get depressed. Like, then when my next meal gonna come, or how I'm gonna pay for this? I just lost my job. How I'm gonna take care of that? But instead of even when you had that job, we supposed to lean on God's understanding and His purpose for us,
yeah.
simply because He can literally strip you of everything which you have
Everything.
done he have stripped me of everything. But what I'm gaining now is definitely worth the treasure.
Wow. And see, that's what I'm telling
Literally.
you. It's like he's been trying to get your attention through
For so
things, right?
long.
Yeah, through
Hmm.
things. And if we don't put him first in everything that we do, he's a jealous God. It's just
Absolutely.
simple as that. And like you say, he said, lean on his understanding versus to our understanding. And Darius Daniels is one of the, I'm talking about fellas
He,
out there. I'm talking about chill
yes,
champion. He's here in
yes.
Atlanta. Trust me, you have to come here so I can
I
take you.
am. I
Hey,
am. I will be
yes,
in Atlanta December 17th because I'm also visiting another lady. Like I said, her name is Brittany Knowles.
yeah,
She's like a keynote speaker. And
okay.
I'm coming to speak. I'm coming to her event in Atlanta. These are things that I want to do for myself, and I've been wanting to do. But I wanted to drag people along. But now I don't have no ties to nobody,
Right.
nobody
So let me
but
ask
me.
you, what are some of the missing pieces? I know you did say like you don't have that mother figure, right?
Mother, father, um, being properly, like you said. I don't know what healthy communication look like. I don't know what genuine love look like. I
Jesus.
don't know uh, how to accept help. Um,
Mm, okay.
it's a this is me taking accountability for victim blaming. I didn't never know I was a victim blamer until I actually heard it multiple times in different situations. And that came from the mommy issues. Um,
Wait, you
what
giving
else?
me the thumbs up? Hold on.
No, so I guess on iPhones now you threw the thumbs up.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
it
hold
do all that.
on. Oh, I
Yeah,
got
look at you.
We're showing out. Oh my
And then
God.
you can do the
But
heart,
you know,
I
yeah,
think.
I know about the hearts. I didn't know about
Yeah.
all of that. But Tati, let me the thing is, you have I love the fact, oh my God, that you're taking accountability and you can see these things. So maybe that was one of the problems too. Like in the clutter, see, in that clutter, we can't see ourselves because we're so what? We're so cluttered. But you
Mhm.
also spoke about the attachment and the detachment. So, and that also falls under rejection and redirection. So
Mhm.
when we detach from folks, yes, it hurt. Yes, we start thinking like, what did I do? Is it something with me? Could I have done anything different? You go to kind of self-sabotaging and victim blaming. You get it? So really, if you can't take no accountability in that, you'll stay stuck there. But I'm loving the fact that you can see what's happening, Tati, because now, guess what? The clutter is not there. We have to
Absolutely.
travel light. You see what I'm saying? We can't travel heavy. God never intended for us to travel heavy. He's
He
a great
said
God. He's a
peace,
good God. Hmm.
joy.
Yeah, love.
Joy is second.
Hmm. You got to have that love.
Love, kindness,
Listen,
and
see the
our
love.
pain make us hate, become
Oh,
dark.
yeah.
Our pain make us become dark. We wasn't born into that. That's
No,
what we was fueled in our brain. So
right.
it's a lot of things that I'm unlearning. It ain't gonna come overnight.
That's right.
But I know that this time around that my healing journey is definitely going to be different. I rushed it the first time, but
Mm,
this time I'm not rushing it. Simply,
take
and I told my mama too. Well, they have like an email thing. I said, Mom, this the season you got to sit out on. Like I can't do it. I want to know my own identity besides being Daisy's daughter. Besides being Todd, the one with the mouth, or Todd, the one that's quick to,
good.
I told her I don't have no identity. But then she's trying to fuel me and like, you don't understand how much you're worth. I don't. So that's why I'm telling you, allow me to go through this season. I understand that you need me right now, but I need me too. And it hurt. I know it's hurting you. So I haven't talked to my mama in 4 days. 4 days. Simply because I've been fighting constant battles with myself. And I'm not gonna get emotional, but it's just like people
Todd,
don't
you have
see
to
me.
stop trying. I get it. You're strong, but if you have to let it out,
People,
you can't suppress it. You
right?
talked about that earlier. You talked about when we're trying to help others, we're basically suppressing our own, whatever it is we're going through. But don't hold that in. And I'm gonna show you how to have a healthy conversation. It don't have to be, like I said, I'm learning and I'm in my 50s. So I'm learning too. But the thing is, when we go and we have these conversations with people, right? And whatever bothered or hurt us, we have the right to let them know. Because guess what? If you nip it in the bud in the beginning, it won't continue to. If it do continue to happen, then
Correct.
you know you need to break away, right? Because the person is not respecting your feelings. However, when you go, you say, well, this is how I felt. Not this is how you
But I'm
made.
not ready for that conversation yet.
No,
You
I'm
know
not
what I'm
saying you
saying?
have to do it. This is what I'm showing you how
No.
to do a healthy, how to have a healthy conversation.
Okay. Instead of saying you. Okay,
Right.
that was a promise. That was the issue. That person told me that they never felt good enough because I'm always blaming, pointing the finger. But it wasn't ever me pointing the finger. It was just simple. Well, I guess it is the way you can communicate with people. But it wasn't me literally pointing the finger. I was just so used to being mute that when I was being vocalized, I'm just telling you, like, you made me feel this way in this moment. But actions do speak louder than the words, and how a person can move on you can just make you feel away. And I'm just like, okay, you moving like this. I don't took in consideration in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you make this this how I feel in this moment because yeah, and it's different way. But when two broken people together, they don't know how to effectively communicate. And if that person does know how to communicate, teach me.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. You said that you're not ready. What are you not ready for? To have the healthy conversation?
The conversation, no, I'm ready for a healthy conversation. I'm just saying the conversation with my mama. Like, I feel like
Or with mom?
that conversation I'm not ready to have yet. And it's not like we haven't had these conversations before. I don't, it ain't always been peaches and cream. You get what I'm saying? I don't point the finger at her. You. I don't even make her feel less of a mama by calling somebody else mama and then telling her what she ain't doing. You get what I'm saying? Because I was hurt.
Right.
Why you had to leave us behind? You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of stuff that I was saying to her, to make her feel small. But I guess the woman that she had become, what I said no longer hurted her because she already forgave herself for leaving us
Right.
behind. And she know
Yeah.
God have already given. So whatever I was saying was just like, okay.
So
But
what you have to do is you have to forgive yourself, Tati. You forgive yourself, and then let me tell you something. That unforgiveness that we hold on our heart, it blocks so much. So much. And when you begin to forgive yourself, you could begin to grow. And I'm telling you, I watch how you're loving on the Lord. I see how you're doing much more with, your walk. And that is a great, great thing. And the thing is, when you get into that isolation place where you say now you have to shut people out, I'm gonna tell you something, girl. God
they
gonna
say you acting funny. That's what they say.
don't worry about that. That's not no. We're not gonna worry about that because we're in isolation right now. I'm just saying God is gonna start showing you some stuff about you. And when you begin to see this stuff, and you could be like, okay, and it's not that he's doing this to hurt us, he's doing this to build us, right? Because he couldn't get our attention when we had all the clutter around. You see,
Right.
we had our hands in so much, we was doing so much, we were just dibbing and dabbing, and we couldn't hear. And it's in a time when you're in that isolation where he begins to speak and he begins to show you some things that you be like, oh my gosh. But I tell you what, when you come up out of that isolation, baby, when I say you're going to feel so much better. But while you're there, ask God, repent. Let him know that you repent for some of all the things that you did. Because guess what? We sin daily, whether it's word or deed. We sin on a daily basis. And guess what? He still loves us, right? But I need you to forgive you. Mom done that. She's just waiting. If she's coming home in 9 months,
probably less than that. Because I don't know if you know, well, I'm moving out of, Sandra's place or whatever. And she just trying to make sure that I'm not losing focus of my goals that I've discussed with her already. But that's why I said that God has told me to fast. So I just don't know when. But I have to November 1st to move out. So I
wait,
have
November 1st?
So I just, I've been just fat. He's been saying, God has been whispering in my ear, saying, let it go and move. Let it go and move. I kid you not, I don't have no plan. All I heard is let it go and move. I feel like whatever he mean by that, let it go and move. So he'll take care of everybody. But I know the plan that I want to have, but even if it don't work out how that's supposed to work out, I just know he said let it go and move, and everything else he'll take care of.
Well, if that's what he said, if that's what he told you, he already have it. It's gonna work for your good. I'm telling you,
Correct.
that's how to show
That's
you.
something that I'm preparing. That's something I'm
Yeah,
preparing
show you who you
for
really
too.
are and be prepared. See, and that's what I'm talking about in that isolation, girl. Well,
Yes.
it don't feel good, but it come
It
out.
doesn't.
It works for your good. At the time, see, we just talked about this on last night. We don't like to be uncomfortable. And it's
It
in that uncomfortable place where we
changed too. Changed
yes, change. Oh
too.
my God. Oh
Yes, like I feel like I don't even think it's about. I was too comfortable. That was the problem. That
God.
what has been the problem. I'm too comfortable where I'm at. And I know that for a fact. So God had to ruffle some feathers. You get what I'm saying? Not even just with me. He had to just tell me like it's time for you to go. It's time. It's time for you to get your stuff together. We gotta go. We gotta go on our next destination, our next journey.
Right.
Because this ain't it. So I had to be I was too comfortable. Literally too comfortable with two things. And one thing I got rid of, other one I'm about to get rid of it. So I was definitely too comfortable where I'm at in life. Definitely.
But the one
And
thing
I'm being honest, too comfortable.
and but as long as you can admit it, that's when you begin to get help and begin to heal. See, because if you stay in denial, you can't get the help that you need. I mean,
Right.
Tati, November 1st, we're at October 22nd. You
Yeah.
don't even
And this
know,
and this was said at the beginning of October. So
but this is the thing. You don't even know if he may switch that. Understand me? You
right.
don't even know if he may even switch that. You understand? Because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you just said hurt people, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And at the end of the day, that's normally what happens. And we,
Yes.
what when we, oh my God, when we begin to speak, I'm talking about off emotions, because you know we some emotional creatures. And when we begin to just react, there you go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. When we begin to react off the emotions that we're feeling at that time, and we don't give ourselves time enough to, cool down,
Process
calm
it.
down, and
Mm-hmm.
really think about some things.
But
No,
that's something I truly worked on, though. Not to cut you off. That's something that I noticed that I worked on. Instead of me reacting off emotions, ending up in jail or dead, I had to really sit back with myself and say, Tatiana, is this worth your reaction? You have too much to lose. So I had to sit back a couple days and then think about what I was going to say. Because when I'm in a fuel or when I'm if somebody throwing heat at me, I tend to react off my first instinct instead
wow.
of just sitting back and saying, okay, let this soak in and then respond. It's other ways to learn how to respond. That's something that somebody have taught me is how to respond better. I can truly say that. But and also I've learned to not date when you're going through. Like if your life not saying not going through, but like don't date like if you don't got your life together. I know you ain't gonna have completely it together, but you shouldn't like for instance, if you trying to work on your credit, if you ain't got no, got your life in a little, not all the way in a straight line, but you
Mhm.
shouldn't be not saying I'm gonna come to you with everything together, but you ain't got nothing. You shouldn't be. You need to be trying to fix you and get you together.
But when you say you
So
don't have nothing, what are you speaking about?
I don't have nothing to my name. Nothing. Like I told you last time, I lost my car. I ended up moving here off of, I thought my mom was coming home. And I've been in Lakeland, well, and back home since like over a year. Nothing to show for it because I spent my year taking care of people, not taking care of me.
Okay, that's good that you say that. But I'm gonna tell you something, Tati. You do have something. Because that's just like, I get what you're saying though. You don't want to go into
Okay,
any.
I'm gonna say materialistically. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Materialistically, I don't have nothing to my name
Well,
to vouch.
and sometimes God put you in certain situations, baby, because He wants you to strive for more.
I
You
ain't
get it?
questioning it.
I get
I'm
what
just saying he stripped me of he stripped me of the one thing that kept me moving, and that was the car.
okay.
And he
Now,
reeled me back in. Like,
when you
okay, we
had this
finna start
car,
back from the drawing board.
when you had this car,
I was
when
doing for everybody, this person, that person. I was like always on a constant move. So like I would have been like in Tallahassee doing hair, or I would have been like going back and forth from Tampa to Tallahassee, or I'd be in Tampa taking care of my grandma. I'll be doing other things, and I would not be here. I'm telling you that now.
Marlon, that's great evening, Marlon. Great
I would
evening.
have not been here.
Okay, that's true. I mean, I get what you're saying. You don't want to go into a relationship when you don't have nothing to offer. Basically, material. I mean, I guess.
I wouldn't say materialistically, spiritually too. You get what I'm
Oh,
saying? I'm
definitely
not
spiritually.
I,
Definitely.
mentally, emotionally. You feel like I'm just saying, like in general, like I learned that I don't want to go into nothing not having nothing. And I'm not saying I'm not expecting anything from that person either. But what I'm saying is I don't want to go continue to go into
You want to
something
be
new
able to add. You don't want to be a liability. You want to
because I'm
add.
already at the table.
Mhm.
So
Come on, baby.
I'm just,
Come on.
I just
Listen,
know it,
that's
and I
one of
know what
my
type of
favorite
woman I
sayings.
am. You feel what I'm saying? I'm the table, baby. You could bring me $5 and I can triple it. I'm the
Ooh,
table.
you listen. Are y'all listen? Are you viewers hearing her? That's what I
I'm
love, baby. We
serious.
bring listen. We bring the table to the table. Now, come on. We could dress the table. You could add your chair to the table. But I love it. I love that for you, Tati, and that's good. But one of the things that I need for you to hear me what I'm saying is
Hmm.
when I see like you have like a defense mechanism going on. And it's
Hmm.
not to make you look bad. It's I'm gonna
No.
tell you something. You in isolation right now, baby. So you're gonna start seeing a whole lot. You understand that you're not
Hmm.
gonna like, and God is not gonna come and talk to you personally. He's gonna send people. He's gonna send things, to speak to let you know, like I'm there. I may be quiet during the test, but I'm there with you. And isolation
Hmm.
again, like I said, it don't feel good. But at the end of the day, everything is not an attack. And I can see that because guess what? I used to live there. So
Mm.
if I feel like, and you talked about that control, boy, that control is a robber, because there's going to be times where you're not going to have control, you see, and you're just going to have to move. You should be moving off God's timing anyway. However, but everything is not an attack. So when you can go and you can address some things and you can say, okay, well, hey, I know you probably saw this. I didn't see it, but you saw it. And the thing about it is, how could we how could we identify something in somebody else if we not it or once was it?
Exactly,
Oh
exactly. So
God.
that was a problem. That was a problem too. Like I told you, I used to respond off impulse. So when the person used to come and address you never see what you do. You never see what you do to somebody pointing it out. No, I don't. Because clearly in my mind, I think what I just did was right.
See?
So you understand? So I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
yes, tell me. Okay, you telling me this. Okay, we getting into it and you telling me, you made me feel this way or whatever. I'm hurting because of this or whatever. Of course I didn't see it this way because guess what? I'm looking at it from a different peripheral. But at the same time, I do try to look at things like two lanes in a highway before I make a decision or make a reaction. Like, damn, I'm tripping. Or no, is they tripping? Like, is I'm tripping or they tripping? And I always they be tripping. I don't be tripping. Like,
Listen,
no.
I,
And
I
I
want
go
I want to
ask
rock with you.
multiple
I want to
people.
rock with you on that. I do want to rock with you on that. But let me tell you something. We don't do everything right. We,
No,
we
we
just
don't.
don't. And the thing about it is, you know how you feel. You said it. We can't tell another person how to feel because we're going to
No.
agree to disagree at times, right? And it's not that. they're a bad person or you the bad person. It's just that we agree to disagree. That's just it. It's going to happen. It's really going to happen. That's just life itself. However, again, when one, you have the communication, two, you have the healthy boundaries, three, you have the healthy conversations, and at the end, oh, how did I miss great day, superstar? I don't know how I missed her. Great day. But when you begin to be able to have all of these things, and think about it, God says, come as you are. But we want people to be there already. We're supposed to meet people where they are, not
I
where
do.
we want them
I
to be,
have.
right? No, not
I
saying that you're
have.
not, but
I'm
what,
just saying I have. I
yeah,
have.
yeah,
I've met you. I've met you where you are, baby, plenty of times. And I even tried to what I even try to help you be more. I was trying to bring you to the table. I met you where you was. I was trying to let you add to the table.
but you have to
But you,
let them do it on their timing because
true,
not
but
saying
don't
that you
tell
have to
me that
accept it.
don't tell me that you okay, I'm the type of person, I'm the type of friend in general. If you come to me and say, friend, listen, say if you was a truck driver, friend, listen, I want endorsements. I want to own this trucking company. I want to own this realtor company. I want to own this and that. I'm your resource because I don't know much. I'm not in this field, but hey, I know how to get you to somebody that's in this field. You
Gotcha.
want this class, this realtor class for your license, the realtor license is $125. Here you go, friend. Here you go, friend. I'm that type of person. Like
Okay, so
if I see you keep talking about something, saying you want to, this is something that you truly want to do in life or something, I'm the one that's gonna either want to motivate you and do it, or I'm gonna, help you get, not help
yeah.
you get there, but help you. This is your stepping stone, huh? That's
So
all
do
some
you
people be
expect?
needing.
So do
Yes.
you expect people to do it
No,
for you? No.
I expect people to be people. At the end of the day, we human. But I just feel like maybe no, I'm probably beating around the bush. Maybe I do. Yeah, I want people to reciprocate the same energy I give them.
But baby, that's where you're gonna fail in life because you're not. The thing about it, Tati, is what if? Okay, just say that you're that person, you're that motivator. You know how to pour into people. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's down, you know how to uplift them, empower them, and encourage them, right? What if that the person don't know how to do that? See, we expect everybody to know what we know. That's not true because guess what? I grew up with in a let me come on, God, give me this Holy Spirit. I grew up in a house with my mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't. You
Mm-hmm.
see? So you're yearning for a mother figure or somebody to love you, right? My dad was called home when I was 5 years old. So I can relate to you not on a mother tip, but on a dad tip because I didn't have that dad. So I was looking for love in all the wrong places too, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, it does not make me better because I grew up in a house with my mom. It's some things that I don't know and probably won't know. I probably can learn from somebody else. But
Mm-hmm.
if and only if you see, if we can put ourselves in other people's shoes and think like maybe they just don't know. And then too, we expect people to read our mind. People can't read our mind. That's why it needs to
So
be
it's not gonna get
communication.
bad.
Exactly. And if I can do it, then I'll say I can do it. If I can't do it, I'm gonna let you know I can't do it. But we
Right.
have to stop throwing people away just because they didn't do what we want them to do, or they didn't say what we wanted them to say, or they didn't reciprocate what we did. Because truth be told, we're not doing our rewards don't come from people, Tati. Our rewards come from God. You see?
That's true. Now everything I've did has just been genuine, whether I get something in return or not.
Yeah.
It's different when you in a relation, in a friendship. I think it's totally different. Like,
Why?
well, no, maybe it's the same. It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, and that'd be another issue. People have higher expectations for people, and so
And
when you ask people what's their intentions with you or whatever, People lie. My intention's good. My intention's pure. Whatever. But in reality, like, people be competing with
Yeah.
you. So I done been with somebody that was a computer. Like, they'll say, "Oh, I tell you, like, just telling you my life story. Oh, I grew up da 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 this that. Like, your trauma was worse than mine. We just going back and forth." I'm not a competitor. I'm a competitor, but I'm not gonna compete with somebody. I consider a friend, a family, a loved one. You know what I'm saying? For what? Why do we have to go back and forth with our trauma? You know what I'm saying? Like, for what?
Okay, let me ask you this. Because I'm gonna help you here tonight. Yes, Lord. I'm gonna help you here.
Amen. Thank
Because
you.
honestly speaking, it's us that look at things like somebody is competing with us, when really the person is not. The person is expressing themselves just like you're expressing yourself. You see?
Mm.
And that if we come up in that thing and go to making us think, oh, that person competing with you. No, sweetheart. That's not what's happening. Are you competing with that person because you're explaining your feelings? Think about that.
Mm.
You
And
understand
that's
what
where it comes from, your mindset too. So it's how you
I'm
think, how
exactly.
you receive. It's a lot of things that So that's a part of the journey as well. How I retain information.
Yeah. And it
How
happened to the best of us. It happened. I'm telling you, Tati, when anytime any trauma has happened to any of us, that's the mechanism. That's what we revert to. And it's not a good thing because everybody is not in competition with each other. Some people really want to collaborate. You understand? But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you this, and you hear me and you hear me good. We teach people how to treat us. So we
and
can
that's
say something if we don't, because my love language, first of all, we need to learn each other love language.
I
Because
know
my
all five
love
of mine.
language, you understand, my love language, maybe I want to hear you tell me you love me. Some people just
Affirmations,
want
words
to,
of
they don't want you to
affirmation.
show. Some
But
people, it's different.
that's a different thing too. Like, people, like you said, but people don't know how to love you in your love language. They don't want to love you in their love language. So that's where the
That's what they
confusion comes.
know.
Because I understand that, but listen, if my person is telling me words of affirmation, it's something that is number one on their list. I'm not gonna go buy you gifts because that's not how you want to be loved. Words of affirmation. So me leaving a sticky note across the house telling you, "Have a great day. You the best mom or best dad ever." That's your love language because you love words empower you
Yeah.
versus gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no perfume because I'm not finna be encouraged by no perfume. You get what I'm saying? So people. We oftentimes say love us and I love, but love your partner in their love language as well, or friendship, whatever. If my friend tell me she like gifts, and I'm a physical touch type of person,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go start touching on her. That's what type of love language I have. But some people don't, like you said, they don't know how to love people or meet them in the middle where they at either.
Yeah.
Because some people probably don't like to be touched. Like, I don't want to touch you, girl, but this is how I like to be show love. This is
Emotional.
my
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
So that's
And
what I'm
see,
just
that's
saying.
the thing. Like, okay, what happens? What happens? Like, say for instance, your love language may be feel. Like you like to be touched, feel. Like
Physical touch.
yeah. What
Okay.
happens if that other person don't like that because something transpired in their life?
Oh Lord, let's not have this conversation because I just went through this. So, correct me if I'm wrong, since we
Okay.
already here, you already asked me this question. I was on live a couple days ago on
Mhm.
Instagram. I mean, on TikTok. And so happened me and this person had got into it. I'm not calling no names. And I get on live, but I'm just talking to my live people like I normally talk to. They was like, "What do you mean by trauma bonding?" I said, "I don't no longer want to be in a relationship or I ain't gonna say encounter in a relationship with anybody that has been heartbroken, that
Girl, you're not gonna be you. You don't want
listen,
nobody.
listen. No, but I'm saying, like, I ain't saying don't be with them, but I'm saying, like, that trauma, they're not gonna never get over it. But I'm just saying, like, that has been a lot. Everybody I've encountered have been that. So I don't took their problems and made it mine. I want to be the healer. So I said I don't want that type of person. So that person felt the type of way about what I said.
Tati, Listen to what you just said. What was the last thing that you just said? I. I took their problem and made it mine. Hello.
I'm here.
You
I'm
see?
here.
And
But that's
that's
when you
not saying that
become more aware, though. Me being separated from the person made me realize a lot of things that I no longer want to deal with. I'm not saying that I would be, I wouldn't date nobody that hasn't been through it, but I don't have the baggage load to take on that. Like, okay, say for instance, just like I have my own trauma with my mommy issues. I don't want to bring that to my, you know what I'm saying, into my relationship because that's trauma bonding. That's
right.
me dropping trauma dumping it onto you because I'm having these issues. So that's what I'm not doing. I just don't feel like what I said was wrong. I just feel like I felt how I feel and I'm standing on it. So like
Well, I'm here to tell you, and I
it's
only
okay.
thing I
I was
know how to
right.
do
It's
is
okay. I was right. Hmm.
uh no, you wasn't. I hate this. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
Okay.
Because the person didn't ask you to take that from them. The person thought that they was just engaging in conversation with you, like you're expressing yourself, they're expressing their self, and at the end of the day, one and the reason why I'm not telling you nothing that I haven't walked, okay? Because first of all, it's us. At the end of the day, we put these expectations on people, right? And when these people don't meet these expectations, our feelings are tore up from the flow up. But them people ain't tell us to think that way about them because at the end of the day, you
Hmm.
have to understand people are going to show you their best self at first. You understand? They're going to show you their best self at first. And my question that I love to ask people is who sent you? Because you got to think about it. If you could ask a person that and they fumble that through that, you better hold you listen, just pray. That's all I'm gonna say. But at the end of the day, we all are fighting something out here, baby. Every last one of us, we're fighting something on a daily basis. Yes, Chastity, listen, this is safe space right here. This is someone I want to hook you up with because she is amazing as well. And however, she was on the show last night, but everybody, Tati, is fighting something. So when you say like you don't want a relationship with someone who may have experience, it's something that we fight in and nobody knows nothing about, right? It's how we respond. Like if I'm talking to you, if I'm conversing with you, yes, everybody, Shani, yes. If I'm conversing with you, right? You may tell me, well, you see, prime example, look what just happened. You were telling me about your mom, the missing pieces from your mom, right? Look how I came back and told you the missing pieces from my dad. I'm competing with you, baby. I'm just telling you my feelings, and you showing me, you telling me yours, right? It don't make if
Yeah,
I
but
take it, but
how?
watch this. Hold on. If I take it from you and say I'm gonna carry this, you didn't ask me to carry it, Tati. I
Yeah.
should be, if I'm connected to you, hear me, baby, what I'm saying. If I'm connected to you and I have your best interest at heart, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be on the back end praying for you because, yes, if we have a disagreement, that's okay. It's okay to have disagreements with people, but it's the things that you say inside of those disagreements that begin to do the most damage. You see, because I'm gonna tell you something: a drunk person and a mad person gonna tell you the truth. Ha! And I can see your face. You don't even have to say anything. Everyone should handle with care, balance one another, unless it is very harmful. Then that's different.
But that's what I'm saying. In the place of life that y'all are at
Uh-huh.
or becoming is not a place where well they we was at. You get what I'm
No,
saying? So it's just like you said, it comes from I feel like trauma stuff like that. When you don't set healthy communication,
yeah,
healthy boundaries, so things can be mistaken
yeah,
for what I'm saying. You took what I said personally or
yeah,
whatever, and maybe I should have never said it, but I did.
yeah,
And some things you just can't come back from, and you got to set the terms that what you said affected that person, but also nobody can never come to terms to what they did. I'm not here for tit for tat. I'm just saying, like, I'm just at a point where enough is just enough.
Well, and you have that right. And what I'm
And
saying is, I'm not negating
I
on how
still
you
don't feel
feel,
like I'm
but I'm gonna
wrong.
tell you when you're
So
wrong. Now, I'm not the
okay,
person. I'm not the
I'll
person to
take
talk
that.
to, because I want you to do the same for me. But what I'm loving here is you're how old?
I'm 25.
And I'm in my 50s, and I'm just learning some of this stuff. See,
But it's
so don't say
great.
like I'm not in the place where, because I'm telling you, I ran from Christ till I was in my late 20s, I think, late 20s,
But that's what
early.
I'm saying. You saying you the type of person that's on the back end praying for them. How can I pray for you when I really don't know how to pray? You
No,
get what I'm
what,
saying?
and
I'm
that's
just
good.
saying, and I'm just saying in general, like if they coming with me, Lord, please take this off their heart. Take this, let them heal from it. You know what I'm saying? Go to God about this your friend or your family member and pray behind their back
Let me
or
ask you this:
whatever instead
Do
of
you
going
know
back.
how? Do you know how to talk to one of your friends?
I don't have any friends for one.
No, Tati.
But
First of all, I'm a find the spirit of defense right now in the name of
I'm
Jesus.
not. I'm
Okay,
being
but listen to what I'm
serious.
saying. Do you know how to go and express yourself to somebody? Put it like that. Do you know how to go and express yourself to somebody?
No.
Okay. When you
Now I now I do.
okay.
Then no. Now I do. Yes.
Okay. So praying, see, this is what I want you to understand. Praying is not a long drug out prayer.
Mm-hmm.
God, He already know what you're thinking anyway. Even if you say, Lord, help them, that's a prayer. You understand
Okay.
what I'm saying? That's a
Mm-hmm.
prayer. Don't think that you got to do all this hooping and hollering, snotting, and all of that. No, that's a prayer, baby. This is what I'm trying to show you. But not that you have to be on the back end praying. Not only that, it's just be your best self for them. Because a person should, your actions, you understand? Hear me good. I'm sorry, I said it backwards. A person's actions should not cause your reaction in a negative way. You understand what
That's
I'm
true. So
saying?
that's what it's called, self-control. Don't didn't
Exactly. And
have it.
sometimes we don't have that.
Didn't have it.
Yeah,
Didn't have it. I just told you I was I just told you. Well, I'm practicing it.
but
I'm
Tati,
learning
it can happen in one moment, and in another moment, a different situation
it.
could come and you won't have it. But the more you practice it, the more it will come, is what I'm saying to you. But I want you to know that you're an awesome person, and you have to see that in yourself. You see what I'm saying? You have to love yourself. You have to forgive yourself. You have to know what you're carrying. And I think that you did your lights go out?
I don't know.
Guys, please do bear with us. We're here with the
You cut the
beautiful.
lights off? No, she
Beautiful
cut the
Tati
lights off with the
George.
breaker.
Huh?
No, I'm good. She just cut the lights off with the breaker.
Okay.
The breaker
And
did.
we're here tonight. I am my mother's keeper, part 2, but this is the return of Tatianna George. And as you can see, she is the beautiful 25-year-old. She has some great things going on. She has her nonprofit that she partnered up with someone on social media. So as we can see, social media is not a bad thing, y'all. You definitely can make some great connections. But Tati, what I want you to know is you are very, very special. You are you are more than enough. Yes, you get to tell people how to treat you. That's okay. You know, it's okay not to be okay as well. But you have to also allow people in and take. I'm telling you what I know because I was there. That's all I'm saying to you. And when you begin to have these conversations, and I had someone very close tell me this, and it tore me up from the floor up. Okay, and when you have these healthy conversations, and the person's trying to show you something, and you go in and say, "Yeah, but," you know what you're trying to do? You're trying to get that heat up off of you and not make that person feelings feel valid. So that's probably what they trying to say about the gaslighting thing. So
Yeah, but also
how are you
true. But it
doing?
takes one to know one.
How are you? Love you too. Yeah. So, oh, and another one. When you are the best version of you, those around you will benefit by default.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
true.
I
Yes.
agree.
And that's my thing though. But who the connections are real. Understand? And soul ties are even realer, if that's a word.
That's true.
Be careful of the soul ties, baby.
I just had to
Because,
detach.
huh?
I just had to detach from mine.
but it's okay. So that could be that detachment could have been that redirection. It don't have to
Yeah,
be that rejection.
definitely.
You see what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
would. And I'm glad it's for the better. I'm grateful for. I just realized that us in life, we are all experiencing people.
Yeah.
We here for the moment. We all got an expiration date. So
Amen.
I'm now choosing people who choose me, and I'm gonna continue to choose those who choose me. So we all on borrowed time.
That's
So I
it.
know here we not here forever, but
So I want you. I
mm,
want you to do this for me. I want you to tell me something good about yourself.
hmm. Whew, I have a nice smile. I'm very, I guess, motivating. Um, I have a good working spirit. I'm ambitious. Um, Talkative. I don't know. That's a good question. That's crazy. And that's crazy. I be in interviews. They be like, "What's your strengths?" Most people say, and I just be like, that's something I need to work on too. Knowing that's part of knowing yourself.
Right.
So.
But I don't want you to feel
But
bad
let you,
if you
but
don't.
let you say look, what's bad about yourself. I bet I could tell you that, and that's bad. It's real sad, but it's the truth, and that's one thing I'm too working on too. Not thinking negative or
Yeah.
speaking negativity of my life. I'm trying to change my I can't to can, just trying to change certain things about myself around, and genuinely try to love me. But like I said, yeah, I'm ambitious. Um, I'm loving. I'm caring.
You're beautiful.
Yes.
See, and I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't hear
You're
that too often, but it's
yeah,
good to tell
you're a
yourself
very, very
that
beautiful
too.
young lady. Very, very gorgeous.
Thank
But what
you.
I want you to know, Tatiana, I want you to start, and I know you probably have been doing your affirmations. Start speaking life into yourself, whether you just have to write it out on a sticky note and you just have to see it every morning or every day or however it may be. But I want you to start doing affirmations because I'm going to tell you something. In the beginning of the show or in the middle of the show, you said you're the table. You said that.
Yes, ma'am.
So you
I
got
stand
to
on
know
that.
that, right?
Right.
All right. So when one asks you what's your strengths, and it's not a bad thing that you don't know now, but it's
Hmm.
gonna come to you. Trust and believe it's coming. I just need you to move out your own way, baby. I need you to move out your own way.
That's
Yeah,
been my fight these last 25 years of my life. That's crazy. And I'm also trying to dress. You know, they said you dress how you want to be approached. So that's something I'm also working on too. Dressing how I want to be approached,
she
speaking life
is.
into myself. And I am trying to get out of my own way. That's have been my biggest issue throughout my whole life.
But the thing about it is, you have a valid reason, right? Because things happen in like prime example. Let's use mom. Let's use mom.
Hmm.
Things happen in life. They happen to us for us, right? Mom got caught up. I don't know the whole situation, but just say she got caught up and she had to do some time in prison.
Hmm.
Do that make her a bad person?
Yeah, she just made a bad decision.
She made a bad decision. You see what I'm saying? And you also said that if you would have reacted in some of the things that you went through, it could have led you where? In jail
I
or
did
dead. But guess what? Your mom, it happened for you.
because it had to. What happened?
And the thing about it is, it was happening, it's happening for you. So
Yeah,
you know now I can't make that sudden decision. You see,
right,
because it's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out of it,
right.
right? So now, mom, she got to understand she forgave herself, one. Two, she asked God for forgiveness. That's the number one thing right there. Is she asked God for the forgiveness and then she forgave herself. So
Yeah, so she did
now,
the shadow work already.
see, she did it, right? So now, guess what? Even though she was broken at one time, she's now healed. So now your broken pieces, when you go to attacking her and say what you say, guess what happened? She's healed now. So she don't have to react because that guilt is gone. You see what I'm saying? So Oh, Jesus, thank you. But think about it. When you're in a relationship with someone, baby, you may have somebody that's a little healed or all the way healed, and you're going to have a broken person because God places people in our path for a reason. You understand? And that's why I told you attachment or an assignment. You see, because we think just because the person look good, smell good, and everything
It was
coming in
definitely an
we
attachment.
think
It
that
was
we
an
supposed to
attachment.
be dating them. And God says, no, that was your assignment.
Definitely was.
Thank you, Holy Spirit. And the thing about it is, we don't get that at the time. So guess what? When that hurt transpire, or that it happened, or they act out of character, now you blaming God. And God said, I didn't tell you to even touch that.
Mm. Mm.
But I want you to know you on to something, sweetheart. So don't you
Thank
stop.
you.
You keep going. And I love the fact that you're taking all of this in. And you see, that's just how God works. I told you, he's not going to come down and speak to you like I'm speaking with you. He's using people, places, and things to speak into your life. And you just said some of these things that I'm saying, that's just confirmation for you, sweetheart. So you're on
This
to something.
conversation had to happen
It had to happen. See, it
again.
couldn't think about it. It couldn't
I
happen.
didn't need it then. I didn't need it then. I need it now. Yeah, I
Love
agree.
you.
I agree.
Love you.
I agree. I definitely agree with
Oh my
that.
God. You see, so out of that bad situation was what? The storm, the hurricane,
Yeah.
something good came out of it.
Yeah.
You see, the conversation was not, ooh, Jesus, that's it. We have to stop moving ahead of God. We have to stop
And with
moving
him.
ahead of
With
God
him.
and allow him. No, we have to let him move, and we take up our cross on a daily basis and follow.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Yes.
thinking to
Yes.
myself,
Yes.
oh my
Yes.
God. Girl, I'm
Yes.
about to get up out this chair. I'm so excited. I'm telling you. Because at the end of
Yay.
the day, life is a learning experience. And we have to really stop beating, tearing. I'm talking about life. We should be edifying the body. And when I say the body, meaning the people that surround us. Because Tati, if I can't help you, I sure as heck don't want to hurt you. And I tell anybody, if leave me if I'm hurting you, because that's not my intentions. And I don't want to do that. And guess what happened? I know what it's like. So I don't want to be hurt. And then guess what happened? The enemy say, oh, I know how to get her now. Oh, yeah, because I know that she don't want to be hurt.
That's because he's speaking too loud.
That's it. The
Speaking too
enemy cannot
loud.
read your mind. He can hear what you say. But then we kind of figure, why is it that the enemy knows so much? And it's not, oh, Jesus, use me, Father. Oh my God. We have to wonder why the enemy knows so much, because the conversations that we're being had, because we have to realize that our table that people come sit at, go sit at other tables, and it's being discussed.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but it can be done in a,
just like he did. But it's crazy though. I finally picked up my Bible. I finally picked up my Bible, and I bought this Bible way in January. And what we is in October, I just picked up my Bible, and I was introduced into the book of Job.
Ooh, good God Almighty!
And I'm telling you, my perspective on life has changed since reading the book of Job. Because not only did Satan ask God to test his servant, and God gave him permission not once, not twice, but 3 times. I know it's always going to be a third test. Everything in the Bible is tested 3 times. I noticed that.
Well, listen,
3
that's
times.
life. No, but it's life.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. He gave these people. I didn't never understand the Bible, or I never tried to understand it. So now that I'm asking God to give me the desire and understanding His Word, I see it from a different periphery than I had seen it before. So the book of Job, I read it, and I'm like, this man literally had everything, just like me, everything, and stripped him of everything, took his 10 kids all at one time, crops, and his wife was so like, how could you still love this man? He took everything from me. He told her, you a foolish woman.
What did she tell him though? She told him, she said, curse him and die.
Yeah.
You see? So the connections, again, it goes back to the connections.
I didn't know there was all stories about
Yeah,
people that,
yeah.
they encountered God and was tested or whatever like that.
Girl,
But
you about to make me cry.
each I'm for real, and it's crazy because I would have never heard myself say nothing like this ever. And I've also been learning the book of Nahum. Like Pastor Darius is something serious. I've been
Yeah.
looking the book of Nahum, and then now they're talking about the passion of the fruits, the strange fruits in the Bible. Like it's just a lot of stuff that I've been learning, and I literally listen. I listen to. You should listen to it too. I'm gonna pass it on. That's all he ever asks is us to pass down his word. I found it on TikTok one day, and I'm like, that was a good word. I literally listened to this whole series for almost a month. A letter to my enemies, and just the first series spoke my life in existence. Like literally everything I'm enduring. And then God said that he would turn your enemies into foes. So everybody that you think is your enemy is God enemy as well.
But the
So
thing about it though,
it's okay.
a lot of
Yes,
things, a lot of it though, is a lot of times we want to call it the enemy. We give him too much credit. And it's
definitely.
not always the enemy. Sometimes
But he
it's
wouldn't
the
say that the enemy
enemy.
had to be. He
You get
didn't
what
say
I'm
the
saying?
enemy.
It's the
Right.
enemy. You
He didn't
see?
say the enemy had to be a person. He said
Right.
it could be the person you laying next to, you
Yeah.
friends. It could be yourself, the
Yeah.
person you looking at in the mirror.
Exactly.
So and that's just was something. I didn't take it as, oh, this person, that person, to put them in a category.
Right, right,
I
right.
took it as me. I'm my own enemy.
But see,
So
I was trying where I was going with that when I was talking about the connections, which we don't understand how deep those connections can be. But that's it right there. If you read the Bible, and that's why I say if you study the Bible, not just read it, but if you study the Bible
that's your
and
life right
see
there.
the people that God used in the Bible, we will stop being so hard on ourselves because we thinking that we have to be all so good. And these people they tried to be good, but some of the people was murderers, some was adulterers. You had all type of people, and those are the people God would have sat with. He didn't sit with the perfect people because guess what?
Mm-mm.
If he have a perfect person, they will have no use for him. But the
Right.
connections in the seasons that we're in, we have to be also careful because guess why? Everybody, it come dressed good. The Bible tells us you will have sheep dressed in wolf clothing, right? Maybe I'm saying that backwards because I'm so full right now. But the thing is, people will fall, false prophets. There it goes. That's what I'm trying to say. We will have people that will study us and come tell you what thus says the Lord. And if you're not connected to the Lord, you'll start believing what they're saying. And I've
Mm-hmm.
had this to happen to me, Tati, and that's why I'm so emotional right now. I had someone to actually come in my inbox one time, and he was prophesying. Going. The man studied my social media. He looked at who I was connected to,
So
and
that's
that's
also, you need to also listen to another Christian podcast. I forgot the name of it, but I would definitely DM it to you. It's like he interviewed people who used to be witches, who used to, like, literally this not like, not, I'm not saying like that. I'm just saying this person was basically get was in the darkness because of being raped, them being sexually assaulted, sex trafficked, and stuff like this. And they said that the devil will simply target you because you're vulnerable when you're the most vulnerable. And so this person turned to black. I ain't trying to justify that word. Turn to it, but they repented. They repent
exactly.
that, and that's what the show is about. People that done been strippers and stuff like that, and into that lifestyle, and they repent their life to God and realize what they needed more was not what they was fueling, because that was
What
just
they were
temporary.
thinking. Yeah. I think that's what I'm letting you know. Like everybody that you're encountering, guess what happened? Everybody's fighting something. You see?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you brought that up because people like to hold us to our past, and that's all that it is. And we look at, and we'll do it. We're guilty of it. We'll be like, God, how could you be doing that for them? And I know this about them, but you don't know how God is using them. You don't even know how God has really chastised them. You understand what I'm saying? But it's us on the outside looking in. And at the end of
Yeah.
the day, we should be working on our own soul salvation and trying to be a
Amen.
better what? Us,
Praise.
better me,
Amen.
And when I could be a better me, I could be a better me to you.
Daughter,
You get it?
better
So my
friend.
thing
Yeah.
is, even in Okay, you spoke about the person who was raped. You got to think about that. The person that raped her may had some demons inside of them to make them do something like that, right? And this person is entering your soul. So guess what? When that enemy flees from that person, it goes into the next person 7 times worse. So this is why it's very, very important for us to stay prayed up, to keep pleading the blood, and just keep trying to put our best foot forward. And not just that, if we see someone in our circle that may be in dark, we're supposed to be the light for them to shine for them so they can see some light at the end of the tunnel and say, okay. And this is why I like it had to happen. The title God loaned me. Because at the end of the day, is I get on here. I was just telling my friend, I say, this is therapeutic for me because when you begin to hear other people's stories and you know what you dealt with or dealing with, you'll be like, oh my God, like what am I tripping for? Right? Like this person done dealt with this. But one thing we don't show is compassion and
Understanding.
empathy.
Empathy.
We want people to extend it to us, but are we
But,
extending it to others? Because it's not always everybody else, it's us. And sometimes when it began to be us, I love what you did, baby. You took accountability. And that's why you're on this healing journey. And I'm telling you, you're gonna come out this thing. I don't know if you know about Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. You're gonna come out like them untouched. Because see, they went into that fire, didn't even know that it was a fourth.
is that the 3 Hebrews?
Huh?
Is that the 3 Hebrew boys?
That's right. That's right. They didn't even know.
See, I ain't even see. I'm learning. See,
yeah, yes, ma'am. See, but the thing about it is, the people that threw them in, my nose getting stuffed up. Don't mind me. When the people that threw them in didn't even know that it was a force. They didn't even know God was down there waiting for them, right? But they tried to get them in there. Now, hear me what I say. Hear me what I say. They were so busy trying to get them in there, pushing them till they burnt. They fell in it.
Yeah, don't tables turn.
So all I want you to do, baby, I'm getting hot, baby. I love talking about God. I get real excited. But I'm gonna tell you, just be very, very careful in this season because you're on to something. And I love the fact, again, when you can see you and you can say, okay, well, this is what I did. You took accountability for it. And you can also understand that sometimes that the other person is probably doing the same thing, but they giving you what they know versus to what you think they should know.
I'm no longer validating that person. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying that person. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying in general. Like everybody that I'm no longer tied to got a reason. God already showed me multiple signs a long time ago.
It's
it
okay.
was just time to go.
Right. It's okay. And that chapter may be closed. It may be closed right now. And who's to say that God won't bring them back in another chapter? Maybe when you're more healed or when they're healed. You see what I'm saying? So again, I have to say, and I wish I had on my shirt that said it, we really have to stop selling people that God has truly sent to us. Because guess what?
I used to feel like that though. I used to feel like that it was, God sent due to the fact that I never met nobody that was like into the word of God. But then those people you have to watch too, because
but think about it though.
But then I was like, nah, it's just I never connected with someone on that type of level simply because everybody that I've encountered run away from them. So like to me have this type of conversation with someone about God, listen to the same type of gospel music, put me on to the gospel music that they listen to. It was just like, okay, like maybe I placed that person I put that person in the wrong position in my life, so but I can't take back what I said, so.
But the thing is, if not saying you have to go back and pick them up. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to forgive them.
Absolutely.
You have to forgive them, but you don't have to let them back in. Put it like that. And then also too, girl, when you get to talk about God, you can go on and on. And you know, I want to thank the viewers for rocking with us. I really, truly do want to thank them. I ain't gonna let you show me out. Oh, wait,
That was
I ain't
accidentally.
it. Yes, but you know what?
Oh,
I
they
really,
gonna do it
truly,
this time.
honestly, that situation what you spoke about earlier, November 1st, God could even change that. You see what I'm saying? And maybe it could have been out of the heat of the moment. You just never know. But what I do want you to do, and take it up with God, don't get mad with me. I need you to go to the person and have a
I
conversation.
already, I already had it. I already had it.
Tati,
Fine. No, I'm being,
Tati,
I'm being serious. It's already,
Tati, Tati,
again, is what you saying? No, it's already been had.
Tati.
Miss Erica.
I need you to go to the person.
This is you being disobedient, Tatiana. God is giving you an order.
Uh-huh. I need you to go to the person. I need you to have a conversation with them.
Another one.
Yes. Because I
Okay.
didn't know about the first one. And I'm giving
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was great.
it's
A great under. It
and
was
that's
great.
cool.
Now I
But
got to go back again.
yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I want you to be open to what the person may say because the person is hurting very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very bad. And what you said earlier, hurt people, hurt people. And I'm going to explain something to you the Holy Spirit is giving me. The person who you need to have this conversation with has lost someone dear to them. And what's
I
happening,
understand that.
watch
I
this,
understand that.
hold on. They lost someone that was dear to them, and they're so afraid of losing again someone that's close to them. So what they're doing is kind of pushing. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what and who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to understand their feelings. I need you to understand their hurt. You're hurted as well. It's not that the person is not understanding your hurt. The person is so afraid of losing another one. So when you go and you have this conversation, it's going to help you more than anything. I'm going to tell you this. You understand? When you have this conversation, be as open, but be careful in choosing your words. Ask the Holy Spirit to give you the words to say. And you have my personal number. So if you need a little pep talk, a little prayer, a ear, or whatever, you have my number. But this is something that needs to happen. It need to happen, baby.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So is there anything that you would like to leave with our audience? You know you're more than welcome to come back anytime you would like. Because
Oh.
I love to see your progress. You know, you was very nervous
Next
about
time I may have, the infamous celebrity sitting next to me next time.
huh? I
I
didn't
had the celebrity sit next to me next time.
girl, you are the celebrity. What you talk about?
I'm a celebrity. My mama's a celebrity too. That's who everybody gonna be waiting to see.
Okay. All right
So she
then.
may be next to me next time.
Praise God. Start speaking it. Start speaking it. But at the end of the day, I want you to know that y'all, she was a little nervous the first time she came on, but she
I
did
was.
well. You did so, so good.
I
And the thing that
was.
gets me is because she do these amazing lives on TikTok and Instagram, and she be, just having fun with it. But you did an amazing job then and now. So the
Thank you.
conversation, that it had to happen and it had to be had. It couldn't happen that time when we were supposed to meet. You see,
Right.
it had to happen tonight. And God know what He's doing. We don't, girl. Listen, we leading the blind, But eyes
Hello.
shopping eyes, baby.
Yes,
Eyes shopping
exactly.
eyes at the end of the day, and that's something. It's gonna work for your good. Trust and believe it is. It's gonna work, no matter what the outcome is. But just know, have some. compassion and empathy for that person because that person is
Mm-hmm.
hurting dearly,
Yes,
dearly, dearly,
ma'am.
dearly. And at the end of the day, you are loved. You are more than enough. You're beautiful.
Thank
you're
you.
ambitious. You listen. You connected with someone and you getting ready to pour back into young women because guess what? It happened to you, but it happened for you. Now you out there doing the darn thing, pouring into other young women. You see.
Yes, ma'am.
So baby, keep doing your thing, keep shining. I'm telling you, you are on to something. So if you had someone that was under the sound of your voice that you were like, you may want to encourage them. Maybe they're going through something. And we like to think that we can't teach
Amen.
older people. You kind of help me here tonight, Tati. So if you had some words that you want to say, the floor is yours.
All I'm gonna say is you are where you are for a reason. Don't let your age, where you at in life determine that you should be a lot further. Stop comparing yourself to people who is on social media. Just trust God in your journey and give yourself grace. And that's it.
You're so beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Oh my God, I so love you. It's okay, but you
Love
missed
you
the first
too.
event. However, there will definitely be more.
All right.
Y'all, we showing out
Yeah.
tonight. We giving y'all a heart. Mm.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
definitely there'll be plenty more events. I would love.
Even if not, like I said, I'm trying to make it my business to go to Atlanta because I know I'll be meeting. You heard of Prophet Mike?
Mm-mm.
Well,
You know,
I share him too
okay,
with you.
definitely. And the things that I'm reading now about having the healthy conversations and being able to, I'm gonna send those devotionals to you. I read them every
Okay.
morning at 6 a.m. faithfully.
And that's crazy. I started getting up. My routines have changed. I started getting up early because I, go to work. I walk twice a day. I walk in the morning and night. And I really don't eat, but I need to start eating. But I don't know
Ma'am.
if it's preparing. This is preparing me for that fast. So
Yeah, but be smart with it, baby. You have to eat.
yeah, I know.
Okay, you have to eat. Feed yourself, nurture yourself, honey. We want to
Yes,
have you around.
ma'am.
But definitely when you starting to fast, it may seem a little hard, but it's worth it. And a lot of the things that you've been praying for, God is going to give it to you so clear. You just have to be ready. Don't be a little shook up about what he show you, what he tell you. But that's just, it's working for your good. God is not a God that he's going to hurt us. He don't do things to hurt us. He do things to elevate us and help us. You see, it's we get in God's way, and that's when the hurt begins to happen because we don't allow God to be God. We try to be God. So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you are loved again. And know that I'm
Thank
telling you, I'm
you.
so proud of you. I am very, very proud of you and your accomplishment, guys. She graduated, y'all. She's doing her internship at a
Yeah.
dermatologist. Okay. Woo! And I saw the video when you say you thought it was in one area, but you actually love in this area. And
Yeah.
anytime when you love
Here.
what you do, you're always gonna put your best foot forward.
Yes.
So I'm so proud of you, and I'm telling
Thank
you, I'll be on the background.
you.
You're most welcome. I'll be in the background praying for you, but I'm definitely going to hook you up with Chastity. She is a safe space.
Okay.
Man, that woman, I'm telling you, she's something else too. I have to give her
For
roses.
flowers.
You give her flowers while she's here, right? While
Yes.
she's here, absolutely. So again, Tati, thank you for accepting the invitation, coming back as the second timer, a two-timer. But guess what? You're gonna be back here plenty more times. How about that?
Yes.
you know, just keep on. I mean, have that conversation sooner than later, please. Sooner.
Okay.
Definitely. And God bless each and every one of you
Thank
guys. Y'all ready for Wild
you.
Wednesdays? Tomorrow, Women of Words with Dr. B will be with us here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Guys, you do not want to miss it. We're on spiritual surveillance and my God, that series that we've been walking, God allowed us to walk. I'm telling you, it is amazing. Some great nuggets God dropped in that, use us to drop. So guys, please meet me back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Not just meet me back, bring someone with you so they could get inspired and uplifted and encouraged all of that good stuff. And if you have any prayer requests, you definitely can send it over to our email. It had the number 2 happen@gmail.com. We'll love to pray for you. Also, if you have any testimonies that you would like to share, we'll love to share it on the show. That's what it's all about. People saying that, yes, I may have went through it, but I overcame it. And not just that, you can too. God bless each and every one of you. Let me send you out some virtual hugs. Oh my God. And some virtual love. My guest bailed out on me a little early, but I got her. Let me see if I could get y'all the fireworks. I don't think it's going to come up, but that's all right. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time. Oh, and if you would like to book, you definitely could go to my website at www.authorericawilson.ih2h.com. I love to have you. I have openings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also, if you want to be a part of the No Bully Zone chat, on Mondays at 6 p.m., shoot us the email. It had to happen at gmail.com. We'll love to have you. Until next time, guys, be safe. Love you. Bye-bye.